This is video number 2 out of our income tax unit, and the purpose of this video will be to help you walk through the 1040EZ federal tax return. Again, we're doing this return for Sarah Walker. To start out with, all of the information regarding Sarah will be placed up on the top portion of this document. So we will have identified her name, first and last, her home address. We'll also identify the city and state in which she lives. All of that information coming from the W-2 form that we went over in an earlier document or an earlier video. We'll also identify her social security number, all right, and we will identify the information about the wages and income section here in just a moment. Now, I want to move this screen so that you're able to see the entire document. So I'm going to erase this personal information section, and then I'm going to advance the screen to the section where we'll be recording our financial information and be able to see the entire document of page 1. So let's take a look. First of all, I have the W-2 form next to you, and let's enter the information into the 1040EZ. Starting with line number 1, ask for wages, salaries, and tips. So if you look at your W-2, you will see that Sarah earned $10,020 in the current calendar year. So let's record that amount on line number 1. Next, line number 2 asks for taxable interest. You'll recall that Sarah got a 1099 from Federal Savings and Loan, and that she had income of $800 earned in interest. So we will record $800 in line 2. Line 3, we had nothing because she didn't have any unemployment compensation. So line 4 asks us to add lines 1, 2, and 3 to get our adjusted gross income. That figure then becomes $10,820. Next, line number 5 asks about exemption status. And as you recall from our information sheet below the W-2, Sarah is being claimed as a dependent by her parents. So we need to check this box that says she is being claimed, and then we need to do a little bit of work on the worksheet, which is on the second page of the 1040EZ. That page looks, whoops, wrong one. Put that one down. That page looks like this. On the back side, the worksheet for line 5, let's walk through the process of how we identify how much she is being able to claim as an exemption. So it asks us, first of all, to record the amount from line 1, which was $10,020. It asks us to add $350, which would give us a total of $10,370 on line A. Line B indicates that a minimum standard deduction is $1,000. Line C asks us to enter the larger amount of A or B. Well, we'll enter $10,370. Line D says the maximum standard deduction, if single, enter $6,200. If married, filing jointly, $12,400. Well, Sarah is single, so we'll enter $6,200. Line E asks us to enter the smaller of line C or D, and this is the standard deduction. Well, $6,200 is smaller than our amount on line C, so again, we'll enter $6,200. Exemption amount for line F, if single, enter 0. Sarah is single. And finally, line G says add lines E and F and enter the total here on line 5 on the front. So if we add lines E and F, we get $6,200, which then is the amount that we'll enter on line 5 of our 1040EZ. So I'm going to switch back to that document. And on line 5, we'll place that amount from the worksheet on the back side of $6,200. Line 6 asks us to subtract 5 from line 4, and this is going to be our taxable income. So when I subtract that amount, I get $4,620. That's the amount that Sarah actually will owe taxes on. Next, we go to line number 7. Line number 7 says federal income tax withheld from the W-2. So if we go back to our W-2 statement, you'll see on the first row that Sarah had $839 withheld in federal income tax. So we'll record that amount, 839 on line 7. On line 8, she had no interest earned income credit. She had no non-taxable combat pay. So line 9 asks us to add lines 7 and 8A, and this would be our total payments and credits. So again, we have $839. Line number 10 says use the amount from line 6 to find your tax on the tax table. So then we need to go to the federal income tax booklet, the instruction booklet and tax table. And if I scroll down to page, it's either page 30 or 31. Again, wrong one. You'll find the dollar amount that she earned, which was $4,620. And on my tax table, that's going to be right here, $4,600 to $4,650. Her taxable liability or tax amount that she owes is $463. And I get that amount from that row of your tax table. So we will record on line 10, $463. Line 11, healthcare credit. We have nothing to declare there. Line 12 says add lines 10 and 11. This is your total tax. So on line 12, $463 is the total amount of her tax liability. Next, we look at the section for refund, and it tells us if line 9 is larger than line 12, here's line 9, here's line 12, all right? And line 9 is larger than line 12. Then subtract line 12 from 9, and this is your refund. So if I subtract those two numbers, my refund is actually $376. That is the amount over and above her taxable liability and the refund that she would be receiving for federal income tax. Next, it asks how she wants to receive this refund. And if you look on the information sheet, that section between the W-2 and the 1099, Sarah has indicated that any refunds she would like to have routed to a savings account, and it also gives her bank information there as well. So we ask first for the routing number, or we look for first the routing number, and then the savings account number in which that money would be sent to. If you go to the 1099 statement, you'll see that her account number is located down on the bottom of that statement, and the bank routing number, or the bank ID number, is located in the middle section. So the routing number is 4593054. And the account that you would like that to be put into is actually a savings account. So we will check savings. And the account number would be at the bottom of the 1099, and that is 214532154668. Then we would go to the bottom of this form. There is no third-party designee. That would be a person that you would hire to do your income tax. That's where that person would sign. And finally, down at the bottom, the signature that would appear. And the signature would be Sarah's signature. So we would sign off as Sarah Walker. The date on which we filed our income tax. So I'm going to use today's date, 1/29/14. Occupation is student. And a daytime phone number where she can be reached. And on her information sheet, it was 612-555-6954. This would complete the 1040EZ. She would complete this with a copy of her W-2 and could be sent off to the Internal Revenue Service. Or if this were done online with maybe a Quicken tax product, it would be then just sent by email or routed to the Internal Revenue Service. So that's the completion of the 1040EZ Federal Tax Statement instructions for Sarah Walker.